Miami.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. We'll watch the visiting squad as they go up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And you hear Kyrie Irving's name, and you think of a playmaking point guard. But he is as deadly a shooter, Kenny, as anyone in the league from time to time.
I mean, the guy won a three-point contest, so no surprise there. You know, he's averaged, 2 to 3 three-pointer shots made in the last couple of seasons. Now he's quick to get off his shot off the dribble, which is different from most three-point shooters. That's why some people don't really recognize him as a three-point shooter.
And not only that, Kenny, because he's so fast, you got to respect his drive and give him the space. As soon as you do that, yak him.
Thanks for joining us. Let's go courtside to Kevin Harlan.
That's the sound of the net, Ernie. Yak him.
We are in Milwaukee, where the Bucks are looking to take one in the interconference game at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Still trying to find that groove they had last year. They'd like to grab hold of some new momentum and get closer, Steve, to where they were a season ago.
I think for Seattle, when you think back on how well they finished the regular season last year, it's hard to believe they're just an average team at this point.
Well, that's what the standings say. I mean, I think that they've still got the ability to turn it on before the end of the season, but time will tell.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Seattle, Towns is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Paul George, and it's Coleman in at the 3. And so for Seattle, their last game, a loss to the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. I mean, you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
Shot clock at 2. Lets it go from 11. Buries the jump shot.
And those are the first points of the game.
Nice hoop to get the scoring started there.
Seattle on defense. Outside Irving. And Valanciunas kicks to Booker. Bangs home the trifecta. Booker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Passes it to Coleman. Outside, George. From 12 feet out. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Seattle shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Dave Yeager. Doris?
He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Now, here is George. His last outing, he had 18 points. That's good.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The Bucks working the ball around. Adams' shot is good.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
For Seattle, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Pass to Towns. And the layup's good off the glass. Towns has got 5 now.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Down low, here's Adams, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass. Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Here's Irving after the basket by Seattle. Harris outside. Adams outside. Back to Harris. 5 to shoot. No good. Seattle goes the other way with it. No good on the 3.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Now here's Booker. He's coming off a 13-point game against Sacramento.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
There's a screen. George dishes to Towns. Rejected by Harris. Outside Irving. Screen by Valanciunas. Irving kicks to Harris. Harris missing again.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Towns with it. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
And then how about the block shots, guys? I mean, just overpowering on the defensive side. Really, he was the intimidator.
And once again off the mark by Seattle. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Irving passes to Harris. Valanciunas dishes to Irving. Booker in the corner. Shoots. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Booker's got his third bucket of the night. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off the loss to the Kings.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard, probably their weakest area in that game.
Well, they weren't doing their work early. They weren't carving out space for themselves under the glass. And guys just weren't working hard enough in my estimation.
Now Irving. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
And he gets it to go.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Fifth on the list, Kyrie Irving.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
And the Bucks making a change here. Grant's checked in. For Seattle, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Outside, George. Dishes it to Towns. It's stolen by Adams. Outside Irving. Harris inside. Inside runner. Seattle grabs the miss. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
And it's Seattle with the ball after the basket by Milwaukee. Can't get it to fall.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Grant kicks to Irving. Now here's Booker. He's guarded closely. Irving double team. Booker dishes to Grant. At the elbow, it's Harris. Shoots from 12. Harris missing again.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
The rebound by Grant.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Outside Irving. Out to the right wing. Adams, the pass to Booker. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And on the way from Irving for 3. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Seattle has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. That's tipped. And it's Grant in the corner. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Grant's got his first points of the night.
And now, your Milwaukee Bucks dancers.
check out the stats for Towns. He's coming off an excellent season. Last year averaged 14 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy. All elements working together. The game is coming easy to him right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Tobias Harris. Austin Rivers comes in for Booker. And it's Lawson in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Seattle with the ball. 4-point game. Lawson against Rubio. There's the pick. Kicks it to Moniunas. Can they get it? That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope. It's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Lawson against Rubio. And Lawson with the drive.
And a chance here to check out how the Bucks ranked in the NBA last season. First in field goal percentage. First in three-point shooting. And they were number 2 in overall offense. This team has a lot of firepower. And they play a high-octane, up-tempo game.
And looking at their field goal percentage, really, it was something to behold. A team that didn't settle, worked for high-quality shots. A significant accomplishment to lead the league in that category.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Lawson. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Seattle trails by 4. Here's Rubio, trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Detroit. Smith right side. Rubio with it. Now Lawson defending. The drive by Rubio. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Rubio's got his first basket of the night. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Count that one. And the Bucks lead by 4.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's Smith missing.
Just doing the job on the backcourt.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Seattle trails by 6. 35 seconds left in the first. The feed to Moniunas. Shot from 12. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Moniunas has got his second bucket of the night. Lawson against Rubio. Now here's Lawson, guarded closely. It's Ariza on the wing. Here's Rivers. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. The free throw drops for Rivers. Smith. No luck. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Bucks ahead, leading by 7. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much 18 years of being a rookie. That's pretty much...
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18? That's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yep.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
On the floor for Seattle, they've got Porzingis. Ricky Rubio is out there with Paul George. Then there's Towns, and it's Coleman in at the small forward. Here's Porzingis. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit. Towns in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Lawson with it. George picks him up, and that is good. Harris has got his first bucket in this one.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Here is Lawson. After the basket by Seattle, they set the pick. He kicks it to Booker. Down low. Here's Valanciunas. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Here's Rubio. The pass to Coleman. Lets it go from 14. And he hits the jump shot.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here's Grant. Screened by Valanciunas. Grant kicks to Lawson. Booker in the post. Covered by Rubio. And he gets the bucket. Valanciunas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here's Grant. They get a hand on it. Paul George with the steal. Flushes it down to finish the break.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
During that break, Coach Dave Yeager had some words for his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Towns. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. Also, he was just as passionate when he told them that they needed to put everything they have into their offensive rebounding. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Irving drives in, 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Irving's got 5 now.
And Kevin, that's a really sweet stroke from Irving there.
Pass to Coleman. He feeds it to Towns. Some solid defense from Grant.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Booker kicks to Valanciunas. Puts up the baby hook. Can't hit. Seattle goes the other way with it. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Feeds it to George. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Some hang time on that rim. Puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. For Seattle, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team.
Has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Adams checked in. Good on the second free throw. And here is Irving. He's got 5. To the middle. There's the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Seattle. And the shot no good. A bit short.
His touch is disappointing. On him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Irving double team. Here's Booker. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Booker's got 10 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Come on, Bradley. You better be making some noise for your energy.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. Great showing for him last season. 5th in steals, 5th in three-point shooting, and of course he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And as you pointed out, Greg, I mean, he was top 5 in steals last season. Just a lethal combination of great physical ability and mental preparation.
And Seattle making a change here. Temple's checked in. To the inside. Towns kicks to Temple. They set the screen. Here's Porzingis. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Porzingis has got 6 here in this quarter. Outside Irving. He dishes it to Booker. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. Adams. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And it's Seattle with the ball. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. To the left wing. Here's Temple. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Putting on a clinic this quarter. I mean, what a tremendous outburst scoring-wise.
Adams outside. Harris dishes to Adams. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Irving drives in. Valanciunas passes to Harris. No good on the three. And Seattle shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. To the inside. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Pass to Irving. Now the dish to Adams. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Looking at the game Adams has been having, he's got 8 points and a steal.
The Bucks have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Adams at the line for 2.
First free throw is good. A different look for Milwaukee. Lisa comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Austin Rivers in for Booker. He's off on the second. Ariza no up.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
There's a screen by Motiejunas. Smith gets to Motiejunas. Here's Gerbeau, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. He misses the free throw. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Bucks have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Rivers with it. Now Smith defending. Irving dishes to Harris. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 5th assist in this one.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Now here is Smith. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Irving kicks to Rivers. Motiejunas grabs the miss.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Bucks leading by 4. Here's Ariza. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now, here is Smith. Pass to Temple. Three-pointer. No luck. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Here's Temple to stop the run. Ariza with the rebound. 1:09 left to play here in the half. Shot from 12. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. Seattle trails by 8. Now the pass to Watkins. Back to Smith. There's a good screen. Dishes to Motiejunas. Offensive rebound. Passes to Watkins. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Temple. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Smith's shot is good.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Now here's Irving. It's a 5-point game, and he gets the bucket.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Smith drives in. Here's Temple. Good as the jump shot falls. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Bucks lead by 5. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Ricky, what does it say about this team to have such great productivity from the bench, and what does it do for you guys as a unit?
It's amazing. That means like we have a deep bench, and then a lot of work from the staff, from the everybody of the team, like doing extra work and winning games.
Well done, Ricky. Thank you. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It was a fast pace for Milwaukee at the outset. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had some real nice momentum going. By the end of the first quarter, their lead was 7. Going through the second quarter, they started to look a bit fatigued, but played well enough to enjoy a 5-point cushion here at the half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
One advantage has been their stellar rebound. I mean, they're putting bodies on people, competing for the ball. It's simple, really. The team with more possessions has more opportunities to score. Wow.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
You know, two things went on in the first half. Yes, we saw good offense take advantage of mediocre defense, but we also saw a motivated team take advantage of a team that didn't want to hustle. They need an attitude adjustment.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Seattle trails by 5. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Irving. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Booker in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Now here's Booker. Irving, a screen on George. Booker the pass to Irving. Shoots from the elbow. Shot is no good. And Seattle shooting at 51%. Really solid. Kicks it to George. Inside. Here's Towns. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And it's Seattle with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. Out to the right wing. Pass to Porzingis. Rebounded by the Bucks. Valanciunas has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Irving double team. The feed now to Adams. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Just 5 to shoot. Step back shot. A nice shot by Irving. And it's a 9-point Bucks lead.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
And it's Seattle with the ball. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Feeds it to George. Krills the three-pointer. George has got 7.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Outside Irving. Left side Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 8th assist here tonight.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
And now your Milwaukee Bucks dancers.
Chance to see the numbers for George. Coming off a terrific season. 2nd in three-point field goal percentage. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And, you know, going back to what you said, he was runner-up in three-point accuracy last season because no one could get him out of his rhythm.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Jeremy Grant comes in for Harris. And it's Lawson in for Irving. Charity stripe shot. That one off the back iron and out.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now here's Lawson. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. Defended by Booker. In the corner, George with it. Drops in the tray. George has got 10.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Lawson. He kicks it to Booker. Left side Adams. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Seattle trails by 5. Pass to Porzingis. Puts up a 3. And again, Seattle with the triple.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Now, here is Lawson. He feeds it to Booker. Adams dishes to Lawson. Takes the 3, and the shot is good. Lawson's got 5 points so far.
Well, he can give as good as he gets.
Gamesmanship going on right here. You've seen it, Greg. You know exactly what's going on right there. He answers right back with that 3 of his own. Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Grant gets a wide open look. That one falls coming off Lawson's feet. Grant's got his 2nd basket of the game. They set the pick. Lawson defending. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Seattle shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Trevor Ariza checked in for Adams. Ricky Rubio checked in for Seattle. Good on both. Bucks leading by 4. Now, here is Lawson. 5 points in the game. Grant kicks to Lawson. Booker the pass to Ariza. And it's Seattle with the rebound.
He tried to throw the spin move into his act that time. It worked about as well as you'd expect, Kev. That's not his game.
There's the dish to George. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Defended by Booker. Seattle needs to get off a shot. They get the rebound. Porzingis. Here's Towns. And at last, they get one to fall. Towns has got 9. Lawson with it. He dishes it to Booker. Ariza outside. The pass to Lawson. High post try. And another basket for Milwaukee.
What handle? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
Seattle trails by 4. And Rubio kicks to George. Lets it go from 11. Dishes to Towns. And he dunks it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Defended by Booker. Back to Rubio. Towns sets the pick for Rubio. The shot by George, wide open. Puts up the baby hook. And another basket for Seattle.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the board.
It's been brutal in terms of the physicality down low.
Coach can't be pleased with their inconsistency on the defensive glass. They've been caught taking pictures out there. They're watching, as opposed to getting in there and securing the orange.
Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thank you, Doris. Now, here's Rubio. And George, here we go. And another basket for Seattle.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Now Valanciunas. Pass to Lawson. Lets it go from deep. The shot is off. Seattle goes the other way with it. And here's Smith. They set the screen. 1:33 left in the third. Kicks it to Moniunas. Baseline try. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And it's a 4-point Seattle lead. Milwaukee has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Lawson drives in. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Lawson's got 9.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Outside, George. Seattle will retain possession. There's a check in for Milwaukee. Irving comes in for Ty Lawson. .44 seconds left in the third quarter. Milwaukee's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Here's Smith. Motiejunas, a screen on Irving. Smith, the pass to Watkins. There's a screen by Motiejunas. Shot clock at 6. Shoots it up. They get it again. And the layup's good off the glass. And Seattle leads by 4.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
High post shot. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Oh, yeah, that's an important shot going into the fourth. They were losing ground there and needed a big play to close out the quarter.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Seattle ahead. They finish off the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. The Bucs shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. And on the floor for Seattle here in the fourth, they've got Smith. Porzingis is out there with Towns, and it's Coleman in at the 3 slot.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Pass to Porzingis. Shoots from the high post. Bullseye! Porzingis has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Seattle. Now here's Rivers. Booker in the corner. Here's the 3. Takes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
In the corner, Smith with it. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Irving, 6 to shoot. A nice shot by Booker.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
And at the top of the key, Towns. And it's Seattle with another.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here, Clark.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. There's the feed to Rivers. Offline with his 3.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high percentage looks.
And it's Seattle with the ball. He's guarded by Rivers. Here's Towns. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. And Seattle leads by 2.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Now, here is Irving. Taken away. Smith outside. He's guarded by Rivers. Here's Porzingis, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Harris.
At the line for the Bucs, Kristaps Porzingis. 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Porzingis. A different look for Milwaukee. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. And it's Lawson in for Kyrie Irving. And Seattle also making a change. George is checked in. And he makes both free throws.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Now here is Harris. No good from outside. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Here's Towns. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Seattle.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Now, here is Lawson. They set the screen on the wing. Harris jacks up a three. Here's Adams. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Right wing. Here's Coleman. Here's Porzingis. No good. Some solid defense from Harris. Bucks trail by 5. Feeds to Lawson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. No good from Booker. Seattle leading by 5. Shot from 12. And once again off the mark by Seattle. George against Lawson. He kicks it to Booker. Pulls up on the wing. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Milwaukee, Devin Booker. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Booker. Both free throws good from Booker.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And there's the pass to Coleman. Looking to get back on track here. And the layup is good. And Seattle leads by 5.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now here's Lawson. Booker with it. And Lawson, here we go. Unloads. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Towns wide open. That 3 off the mark. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a paltry 33% in the 4th. Not a good showing for this offense. Now Lawson. Launches it. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violations. Jonas Valanciunas, who's checked in for Milwaukee. And Seattle making a change here.
Zach Watkins.
Seattle leading by 5. Passes it to Porzingis. Puts up a 3. And the shot is good. Porzingis has got 11 points here in just the second half.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And Lawson with the drive. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Really a nice bit of flavor from Lawson on that one.
For Seattle, they've gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. There's the dish to George. There's the three. And again, Seattle with the triple.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
There's a good screen. And Lawson with the drive. Here's Booker. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Booker's got 10 points now just in this quarter. Seattle has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Watkins. To the inside. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
And it's Seattle with the ball. Releases from 15, and he's able to get it back. Pass to Porzingis to the left side wing. Clock at 6. The pass to Watkins. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound, and the dunk by Towns.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
And you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Doris Burke has some information for us, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. He's not pleased with the careless turnovers offensively, saying, listen, we've got to get shots. It's as simple as that. We have to play smart and value the basketball. Kevin, did it sink in?
Irving's checked in for Milwaukee. Now here's Booker. Back to Irving. Harris outside. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Yep, and they've simply shown more aggressiveness, guys. More desire to secure the ball.
And he gets the bucket. And that's now 17 points here for George.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Irving attacking. That's tipped, but they get it back. Harris outside. Harris missing again.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Here's Porzingis, and it's Seattle with another.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Seattle.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
Milwaukee foul called. Steven Adams. That's his second personal foul. At the line for the Bucks, number 99. At the line for 2.
No good on the free throw. A different look for Milwaukee. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Steven Adams. Jeremy Grant comes in for Harris. And it's Rivers in for Booker. And he can't hit the second. And the Bucks with possession. On its way from Irving for 2. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. They set the pick. And Rubio kicks to Motiejunas. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Wing shot on the way. No good. So no problem for Seattle as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Paul, what do you take away from a win like tonight in terms of what you need to continue doing as a team to play at your best?
We just keep playing consistent. We just keep executing offensively. We know our defense will hold up. We just got to take care of the ball and make plays.
Paul, thank you for your time. Guys, you can hear the excitement.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Let's take a look now as we give our nod to our Jordan Player of the Game. He's not always known to make the big headlines or get a lot of media attention, but he does make the big plays, and he made them throughout this one.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Boom, 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 boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show.
HBK, yeah, you know how we